Good morning again. This is definitely the last two Starlights that I'm going to put up for a while. More or less done all of mine. I have got another one upstairs, but it's one that needs a little bit of work done on it. But anyhow, the last two are showing that, yeah, they were also made with touch tone, which is this one. This was provided from the Hawaiian telephone. They've got any numbers or anything. But as I say, this has a modular type plug that plugs into it. I think they call it half modular because the handset is wired in. It's not on plugs, but the lead in is on the little plug. That's the American plug. Obviously the same handset. There is the normal keypad that you would find, and all those keys work. The star and the hatch also work, so it is a fully working touch tone type keypad. Now what I also would like to mention, looking very careful at the name on there, it tells me that this phone was actually a reconditioned job and repainted. Yep, this is a repainted job, professionally done. Now, the painting I think it could be is electrostatic type painting. I know this type of painting came out when I was still working for the GPO, because they had their cases, the equipment cases, done the same way. You wouldn't know they were actually painted, but they are. And this, as I say, you've got a nice shine on there, everything. But believe me, this is a repainted job. It's probably when they went back, had to be refurbished and stuff like that. Now, the handset also has been repainted. And I'll show you this, because on there, on those little caps, that gives it away a bit, doesn't it? And on the other one, so this cap was obviously started off being yellow, and this cap started off being black. So yep, they did repaint these phones, and you need to see a little mark on there where that was repainted. I'm going to put the handset back because it's telling me I've left it off the hook, because this one's actually wired up and in use. I try and keep one in use in the hall all the time. Well, that's what I say. In England, we never painted phones. Having said that, the original candlesticks were in fact painted. They were painted on metal, iron, not brass. The ones you see for sale being brassed up are a little bit naughty. They're not the real McCoy. But anyhow, England tended not to repaint their phones if they were refurbished. You obviously had a new case put on, or not repainted. Anyhow, this one, as I say, showing you now, is the American version of the Starlight with the touch tone pad. Now they're moving across to this one. What do we have here? Now, looking at the handset, now these handsets and the phone are not repainted. You will notice the little extension to the where the wire goes in. Slightly different caps. That one is definitely, I think, a bit different, and that one I think is the same. Also, let me show you the keypad. There's the keypad in black, not in white, and it doesn't give any letters, it just gives numbers. Well, I can say, let me turn him over and have a little look at the bottom. Still nothing there to indicate where it came from. A few little marks there. The name Starlight GT is still on there. That's pretty bad. Also, the other thing is the leads are black in both cases. The lead to the plug, the line cord is black. And as I say, the buttons are black. Now, this one is different. It was possibly made in Italy. I can't prove it, I'm not going to take it apart. Possibly made in Italy. It's obviously a Starlight, as the name says at the back. Possibly made by Fassi standard as they were. But there's the phone. Now the only difference is the keypad is pulse. And the button down there, the star, that is recalling the last number dialed. So if you dialed 1471, which tells you who has called you, and you clear down, you pick the phone up again, press that one, and it sends out the same pulses to repeat what you've just sent. So it gives the number. So it's not tone, it's pulse. That is the main difference. And also this has got two cradle contact springs, whereas the other one just has the one. They did in fact make one, I've got it upstairs, the American one, that did have the two of those each side, but I haven't showed it. It's something which I've got to work on. The keypad's not working. It looks like an earlier keypad, but it doesn't work, and the bell's not wired up, so I'm going to have to sort out a diagram for that one. But apart from that, it's basically exactly the same. So that more or less is it. I know I haven't taken these apart. They both got bells in them. The Italian one has got a lever on the side there, the loud and soft of the bell. The other one hasn't got any adjuster, you've just got your bell. But at least there's bells in there. These both work, and as I say, depending whether you want pulse or tone, you pays your money, you takes your choice. Thanks again for watching. I've cheered up a bit today. I was making fuss of a pussycat which turned up outside. Whether it's an omen that that'll be my next cat, I don't know. I know going back many years, and this was after I moved into the house when I lived at North Cheam, a pussycat turned up. The pussycat was in the family way, by the way. It was obviously having kittens, and the poor little so-and-so was desperate for some food. So of course I fed her, and she became mine. Only conclusion probably was that it was owned by an elderly person who obviously died or moved away or something. A lovely cat. That was Pudding. Beautiful pussycat. And of course, always reminds me, whenever I see another cat turning up, I think, oh, well, is this going to be the same thing? But obviously, such a thing you have to be very careful, because it's obviously, it does belong to someone, and you'll make absolutely sure that it is owned by someone. It'll be obviously microchipped as well. So it's just nice to be able to talk to another pussycat in the garden. I'm still waiting to see if I'm ever going to get one. I think I will. I hope so. They're looking out one at a very well-known shelter. Very well-known shelter. And they've done so much good for pussycats and dogs, by the way. I do like dogs, but I've never had a dog. But cats, yeah, I have. Anyhow, I'm drifting off into rambling, so I'm going to shut up, put this up. Thanks again for any comments put back on the other ones. I know Christopher's passed a comment he liked on my last, which one was it? It was the last one I put up. I do get confused at times, but thank you, Christopher. I do appreciate that. And while we're talking about phones in general, you've got another week, we're just over another week, till next Sunday when Andy's Shed comes back. So just remind everyone that hopefully he'll come back, and don't know what he's going to be talking about. But whatever it is, it's going to be interesting, and I look forward to that. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Thanks again for watching. Any comments, obviously, make. And yeah, I'll try and get back. Thank you. I might even put something a bit different up next. I haven't put lamps up for a long time. I've got a few lamps, I must admit. Where I are now, there's just a few. Just a few. We've got a little neon there. Either a neon or the blue one. Oh, what gas is it? Argon. That's either argon or neon. It's an American bulb. But as I said before, everything I've been collecting, the prices have shot up, and the rarity through lack of seeing these things, it just shows you that, I'm glad I started collecting when I did. And yesterday, remember that phone, that was the HEMAF, which was the Dutch phone. I bought that about 10 years ago. Time seems to go so fast. So that was the phone that Christopher passed a comment on. And thank you. By answering like this, it saves me going back and checking what I've done and what I haven't done. So anyhow, I am going to shut up. And thank you all for watching. Any comments, please make. Thank you.